We have big news right now. Donald Trump is threatening a federal takeover of Washington, D.C., even subtly threatening some type of military action when it comes to Washington, D.C., militarizing D.C. He said, crime in Washington, D.C. is totally out of control.
The Attorney General for D.C. is suing the Trump administration over their hostile takeover of D.C. police. Here's what we know. D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab filed a lawsuit in federal court Friday after the Trump administration took federal control of the Metropolitan Police Force. The lawsuit comes less than one day after U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi appointed head of the Drug Enforcement Administration Terry Cole to be the city's emergency police commissioner, ordering D.C.'s mayor and police department to give him full control of MPD for the duration of Trump's takeover. By declaring a hostile takeover of MPD, the administration is abusing its limited temporary authority under the Home Rule Act, infringing on the district's right to self-governance, and putting the safety of D.C. residents and visitors at risk, Schwab's lawsuit states. The D.C. Attorney General said that the Trump administration's unlawful actions are an affront to the dignity and autonomy of D.C. residents, calling the takeover the gravest threat to home rule that the district has ever faced. The 1973 Home Rule Act establishes a local government in D.C. with a series of limitations. A provision in the Home Rule Act allows the president to temporarily order the mayor to provide the federal government with D.C. police services in special conditions of an emergency. Bondi's order said that Cole would assume all of the powers and duties vested in the District of Columbia Chief of Police. Schwab's lawsuit argues that implementing this order would upend the entire command structure of MPD and sow chaos among more than 3,100 officers serving the district, endangering the safety of the public and law enforcement officers alike. D.C. Mayor Muriel backed the Attorney General's argument that Bondi's order is unlawful on social media Thursday. Bowser wrote that during a presidential emergency, the law requires the mayor of Washington, D.C. to provide the services of the Metropolitan Police Department for federal purposes at the request of the president. She added that there is no statute that conveys the district's personnel authority to a federal official in reference to Bondi's order.
The President and the Attorney General of the United States have attempted an illegal, hostile takeover of our local police force, the Metropolitan Police Department. And in so doing, they have sowed chaos and endangered the public safety and the residents and visitors to the District of Columbia. The Home Rule Act, which grants authority to the local government here in the District of Columbia, including to control the police, gives the president very limited authority to seek to have the assistance of the MPD and the mayor if there is a federal emergency that requires that. It does not give the president or the attorney general the authority to take over MPD and to purport to change the command and control and governance of MPD. That is exactly what the president and the attorney general's order seek to do. And that is why we are in court this morning seeking to hold the federal government accountable to following the law.
The escalation of violence that we're seeing now